Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing great because today we are going to learn something fun, but also meaningful. Have you ever heard this saying, don't underestimate someone just because they seem small? Huh, interesting, right? Well, today we're going to explore a story that perfectly represents that idea. In this video, we are going to learn about narrative text through a famous fable called The Lion and the Mouse. So make sure you watch until the end because I'm also going to give you a simple activity you can try at home. Alright, before we jump into the story, let's understand first. What is narrative text? Narrative text is a type of text that tells a story in a sequence of events. Usually, it is written to entertain readers, but at the same time, it also teaches us important life lessons. So, when you read a narrative text, you're not just reading, you're learning. Alright, now that you already have your own idea about the story, let's prepare ourselves by learning some important vocabulary that will help us understand it better. Here are some keywords from the story. Mercy, it's been showing kindness or forgiveness. Trust, it means something used to catch animal. And grateful, it means feeling thankful. Try to remember these words because they will appear in the story and help you understand it more easily. Now, before we go into the story, let's talk about the structure of narrative text. Narrative text usually has three main parts. First, orientation is where the story begins and introduces the character. Second, complication is where the problem happens. And the last is resolution, where the problem is solved. Keep these three parts in your mind because we are going to identify them in the story. Alright, now we're ready to explore the story. Before we analyze it, let's watch a short video about the lion and the mouse. While watching, try to pay attention to the characters and the problem in the story.
Lived a lion who ruled the forest. One day, after eating his meal, the lion fell asleep under a tree. A little mouse saw him and thought it would be fun to play on it. He began running up and down the sleeping lion. He ran up the tail and slid down the tail. The lion woke up angry with a loud roar. He grabbed the mouse with his huge paw. The mouse struggled but could not escape. The lion took his big jaws to swallow him. The mouse was very scared.
I'm very scared. Please don't eat me. Forgive me this time. Please let me go. I shall never forget it. Maybe one day I can help you.
The lion was so amused by the idea of the mouse being able to help him that he lifted up his paw and let him go.
Thank you. I'll never forget your kindness.
You are lucky, my friend, that I've just eaten. Now go, but don't mess with me again, or I will make a meal of you.
A few days later, the lion was roaming the jungle. Hunters set a trap to catch the lion. Hunters hid behind the tree, waiting for the lion to approach the trap. As he did, the hunters pulled the ropes and caught him in the net. The lion started to roar loudly and tried to escape. The hunters fastened the net. They went back to the village to bring a cart to transport the lion. The lion was still roaring loudly. All the animals, including the mouse, heard the roar.
The king is in trouble. I must return the favor.
He soon reached the lion.
Don't worry, my king. I will
trap and used his sharp little teeth to bite through the ropes. Finally, he freed the lion from the trap. The lion realized that even a little mouse can be a great help.
Thank you, Mouse. I will never trouble you again. Live happily in my forest. You saved a king's life. Now you are the prince of this forest.
Thank you, King. Bye. See you soon.
Oh, where are you going? Don't you want to play on me and slide down my tail?
The mouse started jumping on his back and sliding down his tail. After a while, the hunters came back with a big cart to carry the lion. The lion and mouse saw them and started running towards them. The lion gave a big roar. The hunters were terrified and ran away back to the village. The lion and mouse became friends forever.
Alright, now that you've watched the story, let's break it down together. Orientation. At the beginning of the story, we see a lion sleeping peacefully in the forest. Then a small mouse accidentally runs across his body and wakes him up. This part introduces the characters and the setting. Next complication. The lion gets angry and catches the mouse. The mouse is scared and begs for mercy. He says, "Please let me go, and someday I will help you." The lion laughs because he thinks it's impossible. But in the end, he lets the mouse go. After some time, something unexpected happens. The lion gets caught in a hunter's trap. Even though he is strong, he cannot escape. So, what can we learn from this story? In the story, we can learn about never underestimate others. Kindness will always come back to you. Even small action can have a big impact. Now it's your turn. You can try one of these activities. Retell the story using your own words or create a different ending. For example, what if the lion didn't help the mouse at the beginning? Would the story end the same way? Think about it. Before we finish, let's reflect for a moment. What part of the story do you like the most? What lesson did you learn today? And how can you apply it in your daily life? You can write your answer in the comment section below. Alright everyone, that's all for today's lesson. Today we learned about narrative text, its structures and the moral value from the lion and the mouse. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching and learning with me. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.